Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Nebraska's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented. You saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quickly to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wants.
Pulls it in. It's Strachan. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'll run the sneak for it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Snagged out of the air. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Trojans will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. All the way back to the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Finds his tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The handoff to Johnson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Handoff from the gun. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The give on the inside. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
The Huskers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll give it to Johnson. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Back to throw, it's Raiola. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. This one's complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. got it on the outside. It's Hunter. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch. He got some positive yards.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my third down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force-feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Huskers will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Quarterback on the keeper. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The handoff to Johnson.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Raiola. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the tight end. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Fires it incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Finds the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got his man across the middle. Good, solid tackle. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly.
Turning it on! He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That should be the final play of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not much went right in the first half, hoping for better things as they start this third quarter.
Yeah, and you've got to put that first half behind us. This offense has proven they're better than 3 points in a first half. Now, put this drive together, build some momentum, and let's see where this game can go.
But if you're on defense, keep the pedal to the metal. Stay aggressive. Everything you did in that first half worked perfectly. Let's continue that trend here in the second half.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. They pick up that first down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're two-down territory there and you take a shot on third and run it on fourth, but they opt to just move the chains here.
Man, I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played, because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Mayaba. Makes the catch, it's Lane. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Going to sling it on second down. Fires to the middle. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
On the run, it's Ives. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that's where they'll have to down it, just inside the 50-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They're testing the right side here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's the game it's kind of been. It's been a defensive struggle on both sides, and it's kind of like a tennis match. Which team and which offense is going to be able to break serve? That time, poor job in pass protection. The quarterback has got to find a way to get rid of that football and not take the negative play, but this has been a...
Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and still on his feet. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On the ground, it's Jordan. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got a man, it's Sanders. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out Out of the gun, the running back has it. Touchdown, Trojans! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. And his throw is incomplete.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And the returner goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Off-play action. Right down the middle. With the catch, it's Strachan. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Jordan. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that are different, guys that see it, that hunt it, that go get the football like this guy just did.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Fighting off the defender. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! margins. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Ives. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end. And that.
There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's caught downfield. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Raiola. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense
converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He'll keep it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive. Make sure they...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Finds his big tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. And off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Bring in the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Using his legs, it's Ives. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Down 4 late, they have to convert on 4th down to keep hope alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it along the sideline. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barney. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Nelson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Nelson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rushes on him. Unleashes one deep. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. Touchdown, Huskers! They move on top here in the 4th.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. He's looking. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Tripped up for the tackle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Lemon. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. To the air, it's Mayava. Quick strike complete. On the move is the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Caught near the sticks. It's Lane. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. And he'll try to boot them into the lead in the final minute. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds.
Big-time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that